Hail and welcome to Midwest Magick. I'm Lua.
And I'm Lily.
So you've decided you're a pagan. Whether it was 30 seconds, 2 hours, 2 months
10 years
of deciding. That's cool.
Welcome to the family. We're your weird cousins from the Midwest.
You know, cuz. No matter your age or your religion or whatever within paganism, we welcome you. Well,
welcome. Hail and welcome.
So what does that mean now? Well, it could be that this is something completely new to you. It could be that you have thought about this for a long time. It could be that you've been doing this or been feeling this way for a long time and been practicing this unknowingly. Now you have a term.
Yeah. The next step, if you are new to this, would be doing a little more research and, finding your path, whether it be the path of Wicca or Buddhism or shamanism, whatever feels right in your soul is your path. It's definitely a hard feeling to describe, especially for somebody like me who has been practicing her whole life. Lua, you might be able to answer that a little better.
So I started looking into it when I was 14, probably. It definitely is different, especially coming from up here. You don't really click with one thing and you just kind of keep searching. And even up until I found the tradition, you kind of just keep looking and keep trying to find a teacher.
That could definitely be said the same for somebody like me. I felt like until I found my tradition that I was just kind of like a sponge, absorbing all of the information and working with what vibed with me. And then finding your tradition, that is a whole different feeling. It's almost like a feeling of being home, of having a family that may not necessarily be blood related to you.
Having somebody you can bother at 4 a.m. and you know that they're going to be awake because you know.
You know, you're that connected.
Yeah. That's what we are.
And if and when you do find that, we are so happy for you. And we are so glad that you found that.
Oh,
look,
friend moment.
Lily's being so sweet.
A big thing within the pagan community also is consent.
Yes, we touched a little bit on that in our last video, talking about the consent of using somebody else's energy, but it goes much further than that.
So when you join the pagan community as a whole, a lot of people hug, touch, etc. And you need to put out there if you're cool with it or not.
Yeah, and it's really, really easy. And a lot of people, and this is coming from me, I am not okay with people I don't know touching me. And going to festivals and these events, I've encountered a lot of people, trying to come in for a hug. And something as simple as putting your hands up and saying, no, thank you. Or, I would much rather shake your hand, but thank you. It's super easy. And again, if vice versa, if you're going in for a hug and somebody looks uncomfortable or completely terrified,
don't go.
Take a moment to pause and say, are you okay with me hugging you? Or, just asking permission. It is really, really simple and very, very helpful.
Another big thing with the consent and everything, when you go in to hug somebody or even touch them, you don't know how sensitive they are to other people's energies.
Especially if you are an empath, it can be traumatizing if you don't, especially if you're a little, fledgling and you don't know how to shield yourself or control it. it can be traumatizing when somebody touches you.
It can also be the other way around.
Yeah.
It could be that, you know, it could be from a friend or somebody that you are going to get to know over a whole week and you very much enjoy them. But it's definitely, consent is a huge, huge thing just because it's not even, pagan community goes beyond touching.
Yeah. And honestly, I would say, you know, even if you're going to read somebody, don't. Still ask their consent. You know, I would still, if Lua and I were strangers and I was going to read her, I would say, would it be all right if I read you? Because, again, you're still invading their space, their zone.
And you ultimately, you don't know how strong you are compared to that other person.
Yeah.
They could have 10 words up
and you could write all of
punch
them.
through all of them.
Yeah.
And that is not okay.
And that leaves them completely unprotected, you know? So definitely, just with everything, you know.
Healing, touching,
always just ask permission. When in doubt, if you have to ask yourself, should I ask permission? You should probably ask permission.
That is rule number 1 within our tradition. If you have to ask permission, it's probably a no.
Yeah. But it still never hurts to ask. Because again, what's the worst they can say? No.
You won't set yourself up for failure then.
Truth. The other big thing about consent is if you or somebody you are talking to is still in the broom closet, don't call them out. Don't, in a public place or a social media setting, don't be like, oh, hey, Lua's a witch. Did everybody know that?
Oh.
Because her family or
coworkers
her coworkers or you know, especially in the Midwest here, it's actually a big thing, you know. For a long time, part of my family didn't know I was pagan. And so it was really big for me, you know, hey guys, don't call me out on social media. Yeah. And if you are in the broom closet, make sure to let the community know, you know. A lot of festivals, they'll have on their registration, are you okay with being photographed? And it's as easy as checking that box, no, please don't photograph me.
Yeah. Or even having 2 Facebooks. You'll see a lot of, especially Wiccans.
Yeah, a lot of Wiccans and pagans have 2 Facebooks. I did for a long time. But now I just pretty much have the one, which I won't be giving out.
Hey.
But yeah, consent, just ask permission. When in doubt, ask permission. And don't call people out if you don't know whether they're in the broom closet or not.
It could be that they're there with their family or a new person that they're trying to date, or you have no clue.
Yeah. It's, again, just to ask permission. I don't think I could drill that any harder, and you guys just ask permission always.
But you're a pagan. You're one of us now.
Welcome to the family.
Blessed be witches. Until next video.